That's what I like, Kevin. Yards that don't need a lot of maintenance.
Yeah, that's right. Love those Medora junipers too. They're quite nice. And as Dan mentioned, low maintenance, which is key for me. High pressure over the southern plains here, and that's pinwheeling motion in a clockwise fashion, allowing for subtropical moisture into the Intermountain West, and even a little bit here in the northern plains, eastern Montana, western North Dakota. Most of us will stay dry here for tonight, but don't be surprised. We could see an isolated shower threat developing, especially back into eastern Montana. A couple of thunderstorms are developing right now. One severe warning between Glasgow and Billings, but I don't foresee severe weather here for tonight. Again, most of us dry here for Friday evening anyway. Maybe a better chance for isolated showers after midnight. Quite hot, scorching eastern Montana, western North Dakota, 99 in Sydney right now, 100 in Glasgow. Not going to make the 90s today in Bismarck. 85 degrees. 94 though in Minot, 91 in Mobridge, 84 in Jamestown. Not a lot of wind, but a bit of a wind shift here. Northwest winds, and again the air is a little bit drier, allowing it to heat up more rapidly than air with moisture in it. That's why we are closer to 100 up and down the Montana North Dakota border. But that northwest wind continues for tomorrow. That means it'll be a cooler day for most of us here. 70s and 80s for most. Northwest winds between 20 upwards of 35 miles per hour. Then more of an easterly direction to our wind as we definitely cool off Sunday into Monday. Highs on Sunday only in the 60s for most. Heat advisory till 8 o'clock tonight in central and eastern or western North Dakota, rather eastern Montana. Fire weather warning as well through mid-evening in northeast Montana. Unusual here, Southern California with a tropical storm watch. Never before issued. A tropical storm headed for the southern reaches of California, and that's going to produce a lot of flooding, I fear, and will probably be a major weather story through the weekend and early next week as well. Already flash floods here in southern Nevada. More of that coming for the next several days. A lot of moisture with a moisture plume coming in off of Hurricane Hillary. Currently a Category 4 in the eastern Pacific off the coast of Mexico. Winds are 130. Won't be that strong once it approaches California, but just the upper level wind pattern steering the storm due north here into Southern California next couple of days here. And again, a Category 1 for the Baja of California. Tropical storm for the southern reaches of California during the weekend. And then you've got the situation with this high centered over the central and southern plains here. That means some monsoon moisture in the desert southwest, but again that moisture plume from Hillary right into California, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah with again flash flooding. I think this is going to be a big problem here with between 2 and 5 inches of rain likely everywhere in those areas of the southwest. For us, we're tapping into some moisture, not as much though, but mostly on Sunday. Late tomorrow night and Sunday, northeast Montana, northwest North Dakota with between an inch or a half and up to 1 inch. I think a lot less for Bismarck. Let's say a half of an inch would be a bit of an extreme here in the northern portions of South Dakota. But in that blue shade, that's where we're expecting at least the most amount of rain. About half of an inch or even more. Cooler but showery weather on Sunday. That's why we're going to see highs only in the 60s, rebounding back to near 90 in time for, let's say, early to the middle portion of next week, right before school starts for some districts.
It's interesting. It's just
up and down roller coaster.
Yeah,
that's right.
Thanks.